I would film a come with me to pick up my hold items at the library, but I feel like that would be incredibly boring. I'm literally gonna walk into the library and then check out. Now I don't think I have my actual card. Fuck, do I need my real card? I know. So, all of the old books used to be here. I spotted someone. I'm so sorry, would it be possible to ask you a question? Can you direct me to where the hold books are kept?
They're over by the front entrance.
Oh, okay.
There's the large print shelves.
Okay.
They're behind the large print shelves on the wall.
Okay.
And they're going to be under your last name.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was weirder than it needed to be. I'll update in the car. Let me show you what I picked up. I got an advance copy from the publisher of book 2 in this series, and I realized I hadn't read book 1, the Hope Harbor novel series by Brittany Nicole. Look how pretty these sprayed edges are. I was like, dang, a library having sprayed edges? I'll take it. What I will say is, maybe I made that weird. Did I make it weird? It's possible I made it weird. Whatever. My last comment about the library is, parents really be out here not parenting. Hot take, but I'm all for natural consequences. But perhaps let's not let our children run and play tag in a parking lot where cars are actively going around what you know are blind corners. Multiple people. Also, these children are scared to look people in the eyes. What is happening? I've made up a million reasons as to why I can't film this. Mostly, there's 2 guitar cases right there, and I should move them because aesthetically, it looks like something's coming out of my head. 2, it's really hot, and I'd have to turn off the fans. And by really hot, I mean, it's 94 degrees. That's not my hair. It might as well be my hair. Do we just make it my hair? That sound is my dog eating ice, because it is 94 degrees and eating ice is his favorite. There, guitar or hair? No one knows. That's not making this any better. I can't handle this. It is June, so also I won't turn on this overhead light. So what lighting you're getting is weird window and bounce back. I filmed in worse. I could get out a mic. I won't. My hair needs to be washed. Wow. Let's talk about books, because we are in June. We're halfway through the year. Time for a mid-year check-in. Oh, now you're seeing more mess. But now I have my computer here, but we'll try and put it here, newscaster style. Tonight, on what Ashley read, 81 books. I have read 81 books this year. I told myself originally at the beginning of the year, but my goal was, let's read only 100 books. We're halfway through the year and I'm at 81. What I'm currently reading, I might DNF it, so we're not even gonna talk about it. But I have still been using this tracker, and that I think should be celebrated. Again, this tells me what books I've read, current titles, what books are coming out this week, what content I've agreed to release this week, and forecasting for next week. I read 81 books. 27 of those have been ARCs, or advanced reader copies. Average star rating is a 4, which I think is probably fairly accurate. Average spice rating, 2.9. My biggest reading month was February. I read 19 books in the month of February, followed by May, 17. May had a lot of arcs. I felt like I just had like a continuous list. Are you ready for it? I have read 20 5-star books this year. And then I was like, gonna put them all up here one by one. It felt like a lot of work. So Thank you, Canva. This is the first 3 books in the Good Girls of Northeast University series by Hannah Gray. These books are great. I love these books. Both hockey players, softball, baseball, softball, football, and the next one I think is also going to be softball, football, but it is the pitcher, the softball pitcher, obviously, because football doesn't have a pitcher. I mean, I guess it could. Someone's pitching and someone's receiving, so there's that. Red Zone by C.L. Rose. This is part of the Rock City Renegades series. This was really good. Penalty Play. This was the last book in the Boston Rebel series by Julia Connor. Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. Harvest Season just came out, and I can't wait to read that. But I listened to this on audio. No one does a dark rom-com, like that's heavy on the comedy of rom-com, like Bryn Weaver. Like, there's always something like super grotesque. Like, the FMC comes out of her cottage to find the head of a man who was stalking her shoved into a bird feeder. And it is both somehow a very funny moment and a very romantic moment. Next on the list, Overtake. This is book 1 in the Vanstone Racing series from S.J. Silvis. This series actually got picked up for Trad Publish, so we're kind of like in a pause. We're supposed to have already had book 2. I've seen the cover. It's gorgeous. It's on my page. You could go see it now if you wanted to. Wildcard. This was book 5 in the Vancouver Storm series. If You Keep Me. This is the last book in the Toronto Terror series from Helena Hunting. Of Ink and Alchemy. This is from Sloane St. James. This is a brand new series. If you like a little danger, if you like a little suspense, if you like a little whodunit, and maybe a tad look over there, she's your gal. High Water by Maggie Rodden. A Pack for Summer. I really enjoyed this book, and then I took inspiration from this cover to make this for Minnie. After Hours was book 2 in the Vancouver Havoc series from Hannah Cowan. I would like this to be my formal petition for Hannah Cowan to write more baseball. Locked In Season 1 from Caitlin Taylor. I just finished this, and when I tell you, my jaw was on the floor. So the tagline is a reality dating show where you have to fall in love like your life depends on it. Because it does. I added the because it does. That's not part of the tagline. Terrifying, jarring, thrilling. I finished a lot of series, whether that was the final series released this first half of the year, or I went back and read a complete series. It doesn't matter. First off, from Hannah Gray, I read the Northeast University series. Some of these are fun because some of these series are like the first gen series to the Good Girl series. I made a whole graphic. Explaining how that works. There's a few authors that I've started just building family trees to see how people are related. And honestly, it's kind of a good time. Most recently from Hannah, I finished the Brooks University series, and then also from Hannah Gray, the Florida East University, where Plain Dane is the sibling to the FMC in Hate You Henley. And Bama Sisters in here. It's messy. Okay, so that's Hannah Gray. I listened to the complete Game Changer series post watching Heated Rivalry. Why they don't spring for a new narrator when a book gets success, like, that's the time to invest. These are new covers. The narration, god awful. I don't know if I have ever listened to a book that was performed so poorly. One, the series made me realize that I don't like a book written in the third person, and both characters in this, all characters in this series were voiced by the exact same narrator. So it's not like, oh, the couple in the first book, which is Kip's book, which we saw in the show, and in the second book, which Heated Rivalry, they were voiced by, there was a different person to voice the, no, Game Changer, Heated Rivalry took the entire way through. They all had the same person narrating them. And at one point, between like books 1 and 6, the accent he chose to use for Ilya, different. That's the other thing about this. Book 2 and 6 are both Shane and Ilya's story. But Ilya is like the only thing that like weaves through all of these. I don't know. My favorite of this series, Role Model. Next, I completed 3 series from Helen Hunting. The first one was the Toronto Terror. I got confused and I read the wrong book. But then I realized it was the parent series to the book that I was supposed to read. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. I read the All In series from Helena Hunting. Favor for a Favor, definitely my favorite. This is another author that I have made a family tree for. And I'm confused when I look at it. And I've read all of these books. The second gen series, All In, is Lies, Hearts, and Truths. That does not roll off the tongue. I feel like we could have chosen better. But alas, I was not consulted. Oh god, we're almost there. Let's rapid fire this. Boston Rebels. The Cozy Verse is done. This is done by 2 authors, Amelia Emerson and Eliana Lee. The Vancouver Storm series has been completed with Wildcard. Let's do releases on my radar. For July, I'm really looking forward to Grumpily Yours. Maddie Danielle has released Double Interference, and Megan Quinn has Just for the Plot. In August, we have Long Story Short from Kat Singleton and Clock Play by C.L. Rose. And I believe Clock Play may be the final book in the Rock City Renegade series. September, we have Mac Myers Needs Me and Praising the Pitcher from Hannah Gray. The way that this book was set up in Saving the Shortstop, I'm so stoked. In October, Christmas Staycation. Then in November, we get Not a Holiday Romance from Jen Plummer. Hannah Gray has The Holiday Trawl, which is book 2 in her Christmas series. And we had the Christmas Catch last year. And then in December, we have Bedside Manor from Stephanie Archer and Frozen on Second, which it says it is a Vegas Vortex holiday novella from C.L. Rose, and we have not seen anything about this series, so I'm really excited to see what that brings. I don't think I shared what I got at Grand Gesture for Lacey's birthday. Rules for the Summer by Megan Quinn. I'm always surprised at how girthy these books are. This one is 569 pages long, but look at the beautiful sprayed edges. They set rules for the summer and broke every single one. I think we can deduce what happens there. I also got Shoot Your Shot. This is by Lexi LaFleur, wow. By Lexi LaFleur Brown. She is a Pacific Northwest author. I got book mail from Maggie Rodden. I swear every side of this is tape. You're gonna get a look at this before I do. You're looking at a black envelope. Okay, this is actually a very, very nice package. Fake Play. Delay of Game, Personal Foul, and Reverse Pass. These are all part of the same series. Oh my god, and they're all signed. That's soups nice. New covers for this series. Very cool.